Hi, this is Lynne Jacob, founder of MLJ International and author of the 7 Simple Strategies for Success. And what I want to talk to you about today is perception. I've been running into so many different perceptions of people that are keeping them right where they are, inside their comfort zone, as opposed to letting them stretch out to where it is they want to be. Because what we want, if we don't already have it, it is not inside our comfort zone, right? So I'll give you an example. I was talking to a fellow this morning who builds decks and fences and then does a little bit of renovation in the wintertime, indoor work. Great plan, great strategy. And when I suggested that he could possibly triple his profits, he said, well, no, I definitely can't do that. Okay, well, to him, that's the truth. But in fact, that's just his perception. And then another person that I was talking to, well, numerous people actually, because I've been traveling across most of the country from New Brunswick to Alberta. And then while in Alberta, I've gone up to Fort McMurray. Great place. If you haven't been there, I recommend you go. But the perception is coming from all of these people who've been talking to me about Fort McMurray and why would you ever want to go there? These people who are saying this typically are people who've never been to Fort McMurray. So they have a perception about Fort Mac, and to them, it's the truth. And they're not trying to mislead me in any way. In fact, every one of them said, be safe, which is great. You know, they're thinking of me and they're thinking good thoughts of me. That's super. But the thing is that until we come to know the absolute truth, then we're stuck in our perception, believing it to be the truth. Well, our perception is our truth, but our truth isn't necessarily the absolute truth. In fact, it seldom is. And so I'm explaining a little bit more about this in this newsletter so that I don't go on and on here. So if you want to learn a little more, take a listen to the newsletter. I've recorded it for your easy listening pleasure. And if you want to take a look at some of the truths that you have in your belief system that are holding you back, then give me a call. And this is Lynne Jacob wishing you huge success beyond your wildest dreams from MLJ International. Take care. We'll talk soon.